أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So today the target is just to conclude Mudaf Mudaf ilayh. Today is the third lesson on this subject. So we have taken our time to learn this topic. And this is a very important topic, as I said before. On each page of Quran, you will find several Mudaf Mudaf ilayh on every page of Quran. So it is important that we understand this correctly. So we are going to start with our review. So in Mudaf ilayhi, the most simplest form, there are two words, two ism next to each other. No other word can come in between a Mudaf and its Mudaf ilayh. They have to be next to each other. For a word to be Mudaf, how many conditions it has to meet? That's the first question I'm going to ask the class. Everybody should know that now. Anybody who's taking this course the first time and can answer this question. In a mudaf ilayhi, for a word to be called mudaf, how many conditions it has to meet? Okay, I see Brother Farrukh. He took his hand down, but I'm gonna ask him anyways. Brother Farrukh, he's
Yeah,
not.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
So
Do you have the answer?
yeah, so it should be light, and then it shouldn't start with um al
Al. Okay, so how many conditions?
two.
Two conditions. And first one is it is always light and it should not start with al. Okay. For mudaf ilay. Okay, I go to Brother Arshad now for the second part. Brother Arshad,
Yes, sir.
for a
So,
word to be mudaf ilay, how many conditions it has to meet?
for the third one is just jar. It should be jar.
Yeah, so
Uh,
just one condition, right?
That's one condition.
And that is it is in jar
Jar.
status. Okay, so stay with me, Brother
Okay.
Arshad.
hmm
I have this word, this pair of words, I should say, Rasulullahi. Can we call it, does it meet all the three conditions? Two for the first word and one for the last one?
Yes, is meet the condition.
So
All three.
Rasulu is light.
Yeah, Rasulu is light.
What will be the heavy form of it?
Rasulun, the double.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah,
So Rasulu is light. It doesn't start with al, so it
al.
meets the two conditions. Is the Lafzul Jalala Allah in jar status?
Right. Yes, it's jar status.
So can you translate this, brother?
Rasulullahi, uh, messenger of Allah.
Yeah, we put the word off
Now,
between the two when we are translating. So this is mudaf. Thank you, brother Ashad. Jazakallah khairan. So this is very simple concept. Hmm? I see there are a lot of messages in chat. I don't know what is that. I'm not looking at that. Anyways. Um, so this is mudaf, and everybody should know these three rules. Two for mudaf, one for mudaf. After this mudaf, the simplest form, what we do? We discussed attached pronouns, pronouns attached to an ism. Okay. So, and then I made a statement. There was a statement at the end. That statement is very, very important. I will display the words and I'm not going to display the statement at the bottom. Anybody remembers that statement? What was that statement? That was a very important statement. Anybody remembers? Sadiq Bal, I know, but anybody else? Okay, no new name. I see. Okay, Muhammad. Muhammad Abdullah is a new name. Brother Muhammad Abdullah, what was that statement?
An attached pronoun to an ism is always in jar status.
Very good. Very good. Okay, Abdurrahman, can you repeat that?
An attached pronoun, no, a pronoun attached to a verb is always in ger status. And a pronoun attached to an ism is always in ger status.
So what is the status of who in kitabu who?
Ger.
What is the status of kum in kitabu kum?
Ger.
What is the status of kitabu ka in sorry, what is the status of ka in kitabu ka?
Ger.
But ka has a fatha on it. You're still saying it is jar. Why?
Because it's attached to an ism.
Yeah. So should we look at that fatha or no?
No.
No. We cannot consider that. We don't even look at that. We just whenever we see that a pronoun is attached to an ism, right away we say that that pronoun is in jar status, and the fragment of those two words is called what, Abdurrahman?
Ger.
No, the fragment.
مضاف مضاف إليه.
The mudaf ilayh. Yeah. So never forget this. Whenever a pronoun is attached to an ism, it is, meaning the pronoun, is always in jar status. We don't look at the haraka. We just, as soon as we figure out that it is a pronoun attached to an ism, right away we determine that its status is jar. That's it. And the resulting fragment of that ism and the pronoun is called mudaf ilayh. Simple as that. Okay, after that, what did we do? We did Asma'ul Hamsa, the 5 nouns. Something was special about these 5 words. Anybody remember? When we use these 5 nouns, Al-Asma'ul Hamsa, as mudaf, what do we do? What do we have to do different compared to other words when they are used as mudaf? Question is this. Anybody knows that? Brother Taimur is going to tell us, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
So instead of making it light, there is additional letter added. For example, Aba instead of Abun, it would not be Abu, just Abu. It will be Abu.
Yeah, so what are those letters, Brother Taimur?
Abun, Akhun, Fakun, Dha, and Hamun.
Yeah. So what are those letters, which additional letters that we add?
We add to Abun, Akhun, and Hamun.
Yeah, name those letters. I mean, you said
Okay, so the letters which we add is Waw, Alif, or Ya,
yeah, very good.
depending on the Ighrab, depending on
the status, right? Yeah, very good. Thank you, Brother Taimur. So there are only 5 words. We have to treat them a little special. Abun, Ahun, Hamun, Famun, and Zu. So their meanings are father, brother, father-in-law, mouth, and possessor of. So when Arabs use these words as mudaf, they just don't only make them light, they also add a letter, an additional letter. Wow if it is rafa, alif when it is nasab, and ya when it is jar. So it won't be just Abu Musa, it will be Abu Musa. It won't be just Abba Musa, it will be Abba Musa, father of Musa. And it won't be Abi Musa, it will be Abi. So wow, Alif and Ja. So they make it longer. That's what they do. So we have to just memorize these and treat them a little special when they are used as mudaf by adding a letter to them. And then we discussed this, that mudaf can have any status. It could be rafa, nasab, or jar. Right? That is not one of the conditions. So it could be Rasulullahi, Rasulullahi, Rasulillahi. And the first one is rafa, the second one is nasab, and the third one is jar. So similarly, Abu Musa, there could be Aba Musa, like Abi Musa, right? As I mentioned before. So Rasulullahi, Rasulallahi, Rasulillahi, they mean the same thing. They have different status, but meaning is the same. Messenger of Allah. Similarly, Abu Musa, Aba Musa, Abi Musa, all three of them, they have the same meaning, father of Musa. We just added, additional letter, Ba, Alif, and Ya, because it is one of the 5 ism. So Abu Musa is Rafa, Aba Musa is Nasab, Abi Musa is Jar. And similarly, Abuhu, Abahu, Abihi. So it is a case of a pronoun attached to an ism in 3 forms: Rafa form, Nasab form, and Jar form. After doing this, we started complex mudaf mudaf in the most basic form, it will consist of 3 words. But there can be more words. There can be 4 words, 5 words, right? But in its basic form, in its shortest form, a complex mudaf mudaf ilayhi will have minimum of 3 words. First word will meet the conditions of mudaf, and the second word will meet the condition of mudaf ilayhi, but at the same time, it will meet the 2 conditions of mudaf. So the middle word is mudaf ilay and mudaf at the same time. Mudaf for the next word. In this case, the one shown on your screen is Maliki Yawmiddin. So Malik is mudaf, Yomi is its mudaf ilay, and then Yomi is a mudaf for al-dini, which is a mudaf ilay here. So in that case, we call this mudaf ilay. We'll discuss this in detail yesterday, so I'm not going to go into all those details. So the owner of the day of judgment, which we put off between the first 2 words and then off between the last 2 words. The owner of the day of judgment. So we learned about complex mudaf ilayh. That's where we stopped yesterday. Now we are going to learn about the status of mudaf ilayh. We know that, for example, this is the word is the mudaf ilayh is Rasulullahi. Rasulu is Rafa. Allahi, the mudaf ilayh, is in jar status. But the whole Rasulullahi, the whole mudaf ilayh also have a status. Okay? Similarly, Rasulullahi, Rasula is in nasab status. Rasuli is in jar status. In all these 3 examples, the mudaf has a different status. And the overall status of the mudaf ilay is determined by the status of mudaf. So whatever is the status of mudaf, we say is the status of the whole mudaf ilay. So this whole Rasulullahi is in Rafa status because its mudaf is Rafa. Similarly, the whole Rasulullahi is in what status? It is in nasab status. This is very important concept, so don't forget this. This is very useful when you are trying to understand an ayah. The meaning is still the same. Rasulullah, Rasulullahi, Rasulullahi, Rasulillahi, all mean messenger of Allah. But their status is different. Rasulullahi is Rafa, Rasulullahi is Nasab, and Rasulillahi, the whole mudaf ilayhi, its status is Jar. Okay? So remember this, that the status of mudaf is the status of mudaf ilayh, the whole mudaf ilayh. Never forget this. So this is an important concept. So remember this. And one more thing you have to remember. But before we go to that, you remember when we were learning type, we said that all ism in Arabic language are considered common unless there is a reason to call it proper, and then we learned the reasons to call the ism proper. And one of those reasons was one which we did not talk much about. Remember? We said we will learn this in near future. So now we know this, so we can talk about it. So if so, this is the this is one of the reasons for an ism to be called proper. And that is, if mudaf ilayhi is proper, then the mudaf is also proper. And then the whole mudaf ilayhi becomes proper because both words become proper, right? So if mudaf ilayhi is proper, then mudaf is also proper. So that is another rule, another reason, I should say, to call an ism proper. For example, Rasulullahi. Rasulu is common noun, right? But Allahi is proper. So now we will say Rasulu is also proper now because Mudaf ilayhi is proper. If Mudaf ilayhi is proper, Mudaf is also proper. So now this Rasul means a certain Rasul. Rasulullahi, messenger of Allah. Alright, so and Baytullahi, for example. Baytu is common noun, but Allahi is proper. So now Baytullahi, Bayt is also proper. Because if Mudaf ilayhi is proper, then Mudaf is also proper. So Baytullahi becomes proper. So this is another reason to call an ism proper. If you see that in the Mudaf ilayhi, if the Mudaf ilayhi is proper, then the Mudaf is also proper. That's it. So we learned about the status, like if the status of Mudaf is the status of Mudaf ilayhi. And number two, if Mudaf ilayhi is proper, then Mudaf is also proper. All right, so let's identify. We are going to go into the breakout room, inshallah, today. But before we go there, we just practice a few, then the remaining can be done in the breakout room. So the task is that you will be asked to tell me if the fragment listed is mudaf ilayhi, yes or no. Okay, the first one is Ibadur Rahmani. Ibad means slaves. Ar-Rahmani means the extremely merciful. So Saad raised his hand first, so I go to him. Is this a mudaf ilayhi? Yes or no?
Yes.
It is yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Because Ibado, which is mudaf, it doesn't have an al and it's light, and Ar-Rahmani is jar status.
Okay. How about the next one, Saad?
Azabin alimin, azabin, which is mudaf, is heavy, so it's no.
So Azabin cannot be mudaf?
It can't be.
Why?
Because it has the, it's like heavy.
It's heavy,
Azabin, it
yeah.
has
It's
the
heavy.
noon at the end.
It is heavy. Azabin is heavy.
Yeah.
So that is why we cannot say it is mudaf ilayhi. So it is not. Good, thank you. Well, I think Umar raised his hand. He has. So Umar,
Yeah.
yeah. So Naru Jahannama. Nar means fire.
Yeah,
Jahannama
it's
is
jar. Sorry, it's
hell.
mudaf ilayh.
It is mudaf ilayhi. Jahannama is a name of a place. So it will be Jahannamu, Jahannama, Jahannama. Like Makkatu, Makkata, Makkata. So it's a partly flexible word. So that is
Yes.
why you didn't see Jahannami. Huh? But it is
Yes.
still in jar status.
Yes.
Fire of hell. Okay. Umar, stay with me. Next one. Abdullahi. Yes or no?
Yes.
Why?
Because mudaf does not have al it and it is light, and Allah is a proper noun. So
Like
ibadullah,
what?
worship of Allah,
No. What did you say about the second word?
and it is in jar status.
Jar status, yeah. Brother Farrukh, thank you, Umar. Brother Farrukh, Rabbukum, what is it? Yes or no?
It's no.
No. Why you're saying no?
Well, ideally it should be like two words.
Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, let's have a discussion. Kum is a pronoun, brother.
Yeah.
Pronoun. And what is Rabbu? Rabbu is an ism.
Oh yeah. So yeah. So that's mudaf alayhi.
Yeah, whenever a pronoun is attached to an ism, that pronoun is in jar status. So kum is in jar status. And the resulting fragment is mudaf ilayh. Yeah. What's the next one, brother Farrukh?
Um.
Dalika means that. Al-kitabu means book.
Yeah.
It
So
is?
and it's not like because it's kitabu is not in jar status.
Yeah. So that is why it is no. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you, brother Farrukh. Two more. Anybody else who wants to do it? Who has done it before, they can lower their hand. Okay, Abdullah Shuaib. Yawmul Qiyamati.
السلام عليكم.
Walaikum salam.
يوم القيامة is مضاف إليه.
Okay, good. Thank you. How about next one?
Um, ورق الجنة is also
Waraka means the leaf.
it's also مضاف إليه
Yeah, why?
because the first word is light and it does not have an L, and al-jannati is in jar status.
Right, and both are ism, right? Yeah,
Yes.
we have to make sure that both are ism. That is not a condition, but it is a common sense thing. All right, good. Thank you. So I will stop here. Now everybody should have a chance to say yes or no on these words and try to apply the three conditions. If they meet three conditions, then it should be it must be mudaf ilayh. Let's go to the breakout room.